To what extent are you getting to the younger generation?
How would we know that?
Well, I think one thing is the fact that the records keep selling.
That Björn still looks young, yes.
Are you still in touch with Agneta and Frida?
Yes.
Both of them actually, he is.
Oh, yeah.
What are they up to?
They both lead very private lives these days. Frida lives in Mallorca and Switzerland, and Agneta in Stockholm.
It's sort of difficult being
But
serious, I think.
not in showbiz anymore.
It was fabulous.
Or Fabber. I think ABBA is just timeless, happy pop at the end of the day. People love it for it.
Yeah. Good evening. What did you think of the show?
Fantastic! We loved it. Really
It was fabulous.
Or Fabber.
What does ABBA do for you?
Oh, it makes me smile.
Yes.
It does. We were smiling the whole way through. We really enjoyed it. We were dancing along, singing all the words. It was brilliant.
I think ABBA is just timeless, happy pop at the end of the day. People love it for it.
Yeah.
When I was watching the show, I said to Claire, "So can you imagine how Björn feels having a musical just written with all of his songs? It must have been fantastic."
He was actually sat a few people down from us, so we kept looking at him.
Look at this. Is he smiling?
Is he singing to his songs?
And are they your parents' generation or your grandparents' generation?
Oh,
I don't know.
I think they're my parents' generation, but they're actually moving on to my generation because they're so timeless. And I think, to be honest with you, they could be around a lot longer.
And you're helping with that, aren't you?
Possibly.
That's what Björn said actually. He did come up to us and he said that he liked what we were doing because we were moving his music into the 90s, and that was a really big compliment.
Well, that sums it up nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Were you going to say something?
Oh, you're nearly done.
You've had enough now.
Are we on again?
Kate Gordon's from London tonight. Benny Björn. Kate Gordon.
What did you think of the show?
I absolutely loved it tonight. Again, all the previews have been, almost as good or as good. So we kind of did expect it, but a press night can sometimes be difficult. But I thought even the press were on their feet, towards the end. I really loved it.
The place was packed with fans, wasn't it? I mean, tremendous reaction.
Yes, packed with fans, but also packed with press.
So that's not the real test.
Not quite.
The test was those weeks that has passed, The audience that have been there have enjoyed this a lot. gives you a little confidence. And I like it, like Björn says, I like it a lot too. Because it's the whole thing is like a pop song.
It must feel very odd to you.
No? It doesn't.
Do you mean hearing our songs in another context? Well, I don't know. I mean, from the beginning we wrote them, and they were sort of thin air and became something. Then they were part of ABBA. Why couldn't they be part of something else? They are songs.
And to what extent are you getting to the younger generation?
What?
To what extent are you managing to get across to the younger generation?
Who can answer that? How will we know that?
Well, I think one thing is the fact that the records keep selling.
That Björn still looks young, yes.
I just ask you,
I'm
at
the
any
younger.
point during the show, do you get inspired to get on yourselves?
And you know, and perform and join. No, did you?
What's the question?
Whether you've ever been watching the rehearsals or the show itself and thought, oh, fancy getting up there again and doing that?
Oh, no way. Me? Absolutely not. Never. Because I'm not a performing artist, I'm a writer. Or I'd like to be a good writer, yes.
Well, I mean, I get that question so often these days, and I just cannot answer it. I think it'll have to be someone from outside who has to answer that question, why it is. Because I can only say, well, probably the songs are very good, probably it's the girls' voices, it's Benny's looks, it's these things. But then again, I'll never know.
Are you still in touch with Agneta and Frida?
Yes.
Both of them actually, he is.
Oh, yeah.
And what are they up to?
They both lead very private lives these days. Frida lives in Mallorca and Switzerland, and Agneta in Stockholm.
It's sort of difficult being
But they're
serious, I think.
not in showbiz anymore.
Is this kind of more satisfying in a way, or do you have a different feeling about it?
We've had a musical running in Sweden now for 3.5 years called Christina, which is, I think, the biggest success Sweden ever had. That we wrote, the two of us, together with another writer, Wilhelm Moberg, who was an author who's dead now, based on his novel. So we've been at this for a long time, ever since Chess. And we started working on that musical 8 years ago. So I think we both feel we're in the theatre business, more or less, you know.
Do you think the show will travel? I mean, because it's very like English, like the humour's very English. I mean, is that something that worries you, or is this something you'd like to see?
I think there will be a problem with people outside of England, because I think the British population has a great sense of humour. I'm not so sure about Sweden.